a long way from bus stops and washing dishes from rags to but I'm known to be vicious. I get under people's skin like stitches. They're too scared, that's why they live vicariously through you. Dodging what you should do is rap like nah, I'd rather not. That's why I'm in the mansion and you sleeping on the couch.
Look, I can't front, we was hyped up for some nosebleeds. Now we sitting courtside, still posted in my white tee. I'm a Golden State Warrior when I'm spitting this like KD from MD. That's Montrose, so venomous, you know it's me.
It's a celebration, y'all. Celebration now. Wherever I go in the nation, they celebrate the style.
Quickly the other way, the Mustangs come. Drops it down low to none. Basket's good. Down the three-point arc. Trying to go by none. A little 8-foot awkward shot and knocked it in. Cobb Scott. Kind of had his legs spread apart. Pass up ahead to none. Layup is good. Right there. Beat him down the floor. Long pass. Taylor. Bounce pass in the lane to Collins at the free throw line. Down low to Ray Rogers. Reverse layup good. What a beautiful play. Beautiful pass from Patsy got the rebound. 34 seconds to play. Marley drives along the baseline. Shot good. He's fouled. None in the paint for Taylor. Along the baseline. Three-pointer by Willits. Good. Jackson Willits. 23-14. Buckner along the baseline around Willis, lays it in for two. Simeon Collins, right wing, over to Eli Willits. To Rogers, underneath the basket all alone. Ian Taylor lays it in for two. To Mardley. Dribbles to his right, a little 18-footer, good. Christian to Mardley, a good jump shot. Rebound, that will do it. Final score, Fort Cobb Broxton 48, Apache Warriors 38. Pretty good second half. The Mustangs able to hang on. They had a 12.
It's a celebration. Came a long way from bus stops and washing dishes from rags to but I'm known to be vicious. I get under people's skin like stitches. They're too scared, that's why they live vicariously through you. Dodging what you should do is rap like
posted in my white tee. I'm a Golden State Warrior when I'm spitting this like KD from MD. That's Montrose, so venomous, you know it's me.
It's a celebration, y'all. Celebration now. Wherever I go in the nation, they celebrate the style.
Quickly the other way, the Mustangs come. Drops it down low to none. Basket's good. Down the three-point arc. Trying to go by none. A little 8-foot awkward shot and knocked it in. Cobb Scott. Kind of had his legs spread apart. Pass up ahead to none. Layup is good. Right there. Beat him down the floor. Long pass. pass in the lane to Collins at the free throw line. Down low to Ray Rogers. Reverse layup is good. What a beautiful play. Beautiful pass from Patsy got the rebound. 34 seconds to break. Marley drives along the baseline. Shot good. He's fouled. None in the paint for Taylor. Along the baseline. Three-pointer by Willis. Good. Jackson Willis. Long three. 23-14. Buckner along the baseline around Willis. Lays it in for two. Simeon Collins, right wing, over to Eli Willis. To Rogers, underneath the basket all alone. Ian Taylor lays it in for two. Kamardley. Dribbles to his right, a little 18-footer, good. Christian Kamardley, a good jump shot. Getting the rebound, and that will do it. Final score, Fort Cobb Broxton 48, Apache Warriors 38. Pretty good second half. The Mustangs able to hang on. They had a 12.
It's a celebration. Came a long way from bus stops and washing dishes from rags to but I'm known to be vicious. I get under people's skin like stitches. You're too scared. That's why they live vicariously through you. Dodging what you should do is rap like nah, I'd rather not. That's why I'm in the mansion and you sleeping on the couch.
Look, I can't front. We was hyped up for some nosebleeds. Now we sitting courtside, still posted in my white tee. I'm a Golden State Warrior when I'm spitting this like KD from MD. That's Montreal, so venomous. You know it's me.
This is a celebration, y'all. Celebration now. Wherever I go in the nation, they celebrate the style.
Drops it down low to none. Basket's good. Down the three-point arc. Trying to go by none. A little 8-foot awkward shot and knocked it in. Cobb Scott. Kind of had his legs spread apart. Pass up ahead to none. Layup is good. Blake Beat him down the floor. Long pass. Taylor. Bounce pass in the lane to Collins. Good evening, folks. Don Tyson, Kim Crowell coming to you from Cache, Oklahoma. Regional final action. Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs taking on the Duke Tigers tonight. Winner of this game punches their ticket to the state tournament to be played next week. One more step closer to the big house. Kim, had an enjoyable week, enjoyable season, and it comes down to a big night like this, trying to make it to the state tournament, what they've been fighting for since they tipped it off in November. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly right. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you have a better seed if you can win this game, certainly. Yep. Mm-hmm. No, probably. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. No. This is the one you want to win right here tonight. And both these teams have great traditions. The Duke Tigers, they got a great program, big crowd support. They really support their Tigers over there in Duke. They won a state championship in 2020, only a couple of years ago. They've been to the state tournament
6 out of the last 12 years, so they're pretty well. Every year they go to state a lot, so. All right. Mm-hmm. Right. 10 in a row, yeah, 10 in a row. Mm-hmm. That's right. No, absolutely. You know, I can recall he's talking about this game tonight, back when I played. My kids played, not when I played, but my kids played. They had visions of going to state tournament, and all season long they would prepare for it. And once, when they would win on Friday night to go to the state, it was just such a relief. I mean, there was just no feeling like it, really, that you made it to the promised land, as you might call it, to the big house, and that's what, you know, these young fellas, they're used to it, but it's still a big thrill for them every year. Big thrill. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, exactly right. Ought to be a dandy of a contest tonight, and we're glad you're along with us, folks. If you couldn't make it down to the cash tonight, we appreciate you joining us on FCBMustangs.tv. We'd like to thank our sponsors while we have the opportunity, the Ouachita Valley Bank in Fort Cobb, the T-Birds Convenience Store in Fort Cobb, Carnegie Fiber for all your high-speed internet needs over in Carnegie, Oklahoma, and the Southwest Oklahoma Driving School operated by Mr. Kent Sexton. I think he operates that out of the Fort Cobb Broxton High School, and we appreciate those folks sponsoring our broadcast this season. This will be the last week for us, Kim. You know, when they make the state tournament, that pretty well ends it for us. The OSAA has their own video people and webcaster that take care of the state tournament. So this will be the end of the road for us. Either if the Mustangs win tonight, that will end our seasons. If they happen to not win tonight, we'll be back tomorrow night to broadcast the game at 7:30 Saturday night if necessary. But we have a score here in case you're just joining us. That haven't heard about the girls' game that played a moment ago before our game. The Hammond Lady Warriors, ranked number 1 in Class B, defeated Lokiba Sickles today, 59-29, to advance to the state tournament. Earlier this afternoon, the Lady Mustang season come to a close as they were defeated by Mountain View Godebo Lady Tigers, 31-27. Big crowd on hand today. Duke fans across the way, Fort Cobb on this side of the gym, and it's pretty well filled. Few empty seats, but going to be a big crowd as Oklahoma plays. Everyone's going to stand up, and it's just a great time of year, Kim. I'm happy to be here, I'll tell you. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. They've got it coming up pretty loud now. Yeah, they've increased the volume of that pretty good. Can't hear. Having a little technical difficulties with our audio, I think. Hopefully we can get that ironed out here before the game starts. All right. Okay. The Mustangs will be the visiting team on the scoreboard tonight. We will introduce their starting lineups first. They advanced to the state tournament last year. They were defeated by Rolfe in the semifinals last year. And we're going to introduce their starting lineup right now. They start a senior, number 2, Jackson Willits. A junior, number 3, Cray Rogers. A senior, number 4, Simeon Collins. A senior, number 22, Blake Nunn. And a senior, number 33, Ian Taylor. The Mustangs are coached by Mr. Scott Hines, assisted by his son Cameron and Dale Bellamy. They come into this game with a record of 25 wins and 1 loss, and they are ranked number 1 in Class B. They come in here with on an 11-game winning streak. Their only loss to number 6 in 4A Newcastle, 52-49. For the Duke Tigers in the home white uniforms today, A junior, number 1, Jordan Chavis. A sophomore, number 2, Brock Thompson. A junior, number 11, Morgan Reynolds.
Okay.
A junior, number 14, Lane Womack. And a senior, number 15, Hunter Miranda. As I understand, Womack and Miranda, outstanding three-point shooters. The Tigers are coached by Mr. Nick Gable, assisted by Orrin McGee. And they come in here with a record of 27 wins and 2 losses, ranked number 7 in Class B. Their only losses were to Eric, 67-53, and to number 6 in Class A, Laverne, 47-33.
Well, Don, we played all year to get here.
Absolutely right. Looking forward to it. The Mustangs in the road blue, heading right to left on your TV screen. Yeah, Kim, this is what we've been waiting for all season, this area final.
Yeah, the crowd's pumped up. I know this. I think this gym seats about 1,400. It's not full, but it's pretty close to it. So we've got a good group. So here we go.
Tigers control the tip. And there's a three-pointer right off the bat. No good. Rebound by Blake Nunn for the Mustangs. That was Morgan Reynolds on the right wing 3. And quickly, Mustangs into the front court. Tigers like to play a 1-3-1 defense. We'll put some pressure on the Mustang wing shooters, as they like to shoot three-pointers from the wing. There's one right there. Simeon Collins drained the first one.
You always like to see that first one go in.
Absolutely. Collins with the right wing 3, and the Mustangs on top, 3-0 here early. Now quickly the other way. Mustangs in a man-to-man defense. Off to Jordan Chavis, top of the key. He'll fire a long three-pointer. It's off the heel of the basket. Rogers with the rebound. Quickly the other way, 3-on-2. Rogers all the way to the hoop. Layup is good.
I don't guess we have a flop rule.
No, hit the deck pretty early there. And the Mustangs on top, 5-0. Rogers is an outstanding point guard. Really quick, good ball handler, and he's good rebounder as well. There's a drive by Chavis all the way around Willits, lays it in for 2, and he's fouled. Jordan Chavis with a good quick move, and he was fouled by Blake Nunn. I know Coach Hines in the paper today, in the Lawton paper, mentioned that they needed to keep Blake out of foul trouble against these Duke Tigers, as they've got good inside presence with their tall guys, and so something to keep your eye on as Blake picks up the first foul in the first minute of the game. 5-3 now. Mustangs on top. In the corner to Rogers, back to Willits. Left wing 3 on the way, no good. Rebound Tigers. Here come Chavis. Quickly into the front court. Both these, I don't think we'll need a shot clock today. Kim, what do you think?
You know, interesting enough, they have one here. You know, we don't need it and don't use it, but it's not many schools have them.
It's available.
Yeah. But I think you're right. I don't think it's going to be much need for that.
It'll be an up and down, fast-paced game, I would anticipate. Tigers to inbound the basketball.
That sounded like a whistle.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Over to Morgan Reynolds. Left side to go to Thompson. Top of the key, that's Womack. Dribbles down the middle of the left of the lane. Shot altered there by Rogers. Quickly up ahead to Collins. Three-pointer on the way is short. Off the front iron. Rebound Tigers. Morgan Reynolds quickly into the front court. Chavis goes by Rogers and lays it in for 2. They're tied at 5. And Rogers will walk the ball into the front court. Over to Taylor. Nunn along the baseline. Quickly out to Collins. Fake the three-pointer. Quickly over to Willits. To Nunn. Going to work in the corner to Willits. Baseline 3 on the way. Short. Rebound Tigers.
One and done on each end, didn't it?
Yep. Both these teams are very fundamentally sound. They good rebound well. They blocks out well. Three-pointer by Chavis is short. And Willits gets the rebound, and Chavis fouled him. First team foul on the Tigers. Each team has 1. And now Rogers walks it into the front court. I mentioned that they had kind of installed an offense perhaps to do some things a little bit different against this 1-3-1 zone. You don't see it a lot, the teams that they play.
Yeah, it's hard to play.
Rogers' three-pointer, no good. And there's going to be a foul on Willits as he fouled Lane Womack.
Fouls on number 3, Jackson Willis. His first, team second.
And it'll be the Tigers basketball. 4:52 to play, opening period. Out front is Thompson, top of the key, lobs it under the basket. Layup is good by Morgan Reynolds, who got free. And the Tigers take their first lead, 7-5.
That motion offense sometimes will let somebody break wide open. It's just, you know, it's just because they're in constant motion all the time. You're going to get some looks like that.
Somebody gets lost in the shuffle. Good set play that time by the Tigers in the corner. Now out to Taylor, quickly around to Chevis, intercepts the pass. And he's going to be fouled by Taylor. And the shot's no good, but good interception there by Chavis. That was another thing Coach Cameron Hines told us before the game, that this Chevis likes to kind of hang around that free throw lane area and intercept passes, and he called that one right as Chavis was intercepted the pass, made the first free throw. And Eli Willits will check in, replacing Taylor. Eli just a freshman. Mustangs are pretty much a senior-laden ball club. They start 4 seniors and a junior, and then Eli comes in off the bench oftentimes to replace Taylor, and he's a freshman. Tigers lead at 9-5.
You know, Fort
9-0
Cobb
run.
got it. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Ball movement hasn't been real good here for the Mustangs here in the last couple of minutes. This zone's kind of got them stymied, it seems.
Yeah, with the zone, you just need a bunch of quick passes, and but you need to throw them to your own teammates.
There's another steal by Chavis, and his layup's good. Jordan Chavis is putting on a show here, and it's 11-5. The Tigers have gone on an 11-0 run here.
Yeah, he's got 9 of them.
Quick hands, anticipates well. Rogers down low to Willits, bumps it off the glass for 2. There's a good play. They get the ball to Rogers at the free throw line. You've got some options right there, and it's 11-7 now.
Yeah, and you can't dribble against that defense. It's just got to be a bunch of quick passes and spring somebody loose.
Well, this might have been a travel, shuffled his feet, but they're going to call a foul, I think, on Willits. They come around that screen. Well, they call it on Eli. They come around that screen, and they're moving pretty quickly when they shuffle around there. Chavis in the corner to Thompson. Now back to Chavis. Right side to Womack. Going against Rogers. Hands it off to Chavis. Free throw line. 2:51 to play, opening period. Womack hands it off to Miranda. Good ball movement by the Tigers. Right down the middle lane. It's poked away by Eli Willits. Quickly into the front court comes Eli. Over to Cray Rogers. To Jackson. Over to Eli. Down the middle of the lane. Bumped. Shot is good. Eli Willits with his first basket. And 4 of the 5 Mustangs have scored now. Tigers on top 11-9. 2:21 to play, opening period. And there's going to be a foul on Collins, I believe. And that's already 5 team fouls on the Mustangs.
But they're on 5 different people.
Yeah, that's a help from their standpoint. Out front to go to Chavis. 3-pounder on the way is no good. And Willits is able to get the rebound, and I think they're going to be a foul on Chavis as he was trying to get through the block and get the rebound.
Yeah, his second. First one in the game to pick up 2 fouls.
Number 20, Caleb Ames, checks in for Chavis. Ames is a good tall fellow. They've got a height advantage over the Mustang. That 4 of their 5 guys are pretty tall out there right now. In this 1-3-1 zone. The Mustangs play a 1-3-1, but they usually trap out of it. That's kind of their goal. Been playing a straight man here so far today. There's Collins, right wing 3 on the way, no good. Ball tapped away by Willits over to Rogers, 15-footer short. Eli with the rebound in heavy traffic, has a shot blocked by Womack. Good defense by the Tigers there. And now Tigers on the attack. That's Reynolds with it. In the corner they go to Brock Thompson. To Womack. Mustangs always play that good man-to-man defense. They pretty well year in, game out. They're going to play good defense on you. There's a drive, tough shot, no good. They got their own rebound. Turnaround shot's good by Caleb Ames. The Mustangs weren't able to secure the rebound, and the Tigers took advantage of it. They lead at 13-9 now. Just under a minute to play. There's Rogers left of the lane. Pass out to Collins. Fake the shot. Now over to Eli. Tigers close out well on the perimeter. There's Willits. Left wing three is off, no good. Rogers got the rebound, and his shot's going to be blocked. Over to Willits. Now Collins dribbles into the paint. In the corner to Nunn. Along the baseline, and this trips and falls. It's picked up and tied up, I think. And it'll be a Mustang basketball with 30 seconds to play in the period. Coach Hines was signaling for a timeout before the jump ball. Of course,
all the officials are looking the other way.
I didn't see it, yeah.
That's why they need to put one up here with us.
Yeah. We see everything, right?
That's right, yeah. Correctly.
Yeah, right. There's Nunn with it. Willits along the baseline out front to his brother Eli. Over to Collins with 18 seconds to play. Mustangs look like they're content to play for the last shot here of the period. Down to 7 seconds. Eli through the lane in the corner to brother Jackson. Little 15-foot jumper on the baseline. Good. And that will do it. Good first quarter. Duke Tigers 13. Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs 11. Turn it over to Kim for the first quarter shooting percentages. Kim?
Yeah, Duke's 5 out of 11. 5 out of 11 total. 5 out of 7 two-pointers. 0 for 4 on three-pointers. And 3 out of 3 free throws. For Fort Cobb, they're shooting 36%. 5 out of 14. 4 out of 7 on two-pointers, just 1 for 7 on three-pointers, and they haven't shot a free throw yet. So foul trouble, we got 5 Mustangs with a foul, but nobody with more than 1. And then Jordan Chavis has 2 fouls for Duke. So, not shooting the threes very well yet. Like I said, 1 out of 7, but hopefully those will start warming up. And they're playing good defense. But Duke's a good ball club. They have good movement, and they really have a motion offense, and that kind of that's the kind that can give you some problems.
Well, they're so long on the on defense with that zone. They've really got you spread out, and it's hard to make any traction on them because of their length. And Collins made that first three-pointer of the game, and usually that's a pretty good sign. But they went cold from there after that first possession.
And there haven't been any easy baskets.
That's true.
That zone's pretty well taking care of anything underneath.
Tay Chavis has played really well. There in the first quarter, had 9 points and 2 or 3 steals, I know. So he's as big a factor on defense as he is on offense, it appears.
Yeah, he's back in the game now.
All right, Tigers with the ball. Start the second period. They pass the ball into Miranda. Down to Chavis. Now to Womack, way out front. And now they'll try a different plan of attack. Coach Gable comes out and gives them some instruction. Now they're going to run a little different flow. Get more ball movement. They do move well without the ball, it seems.
Yeah, it's a constant motion. They really don't have many people just standing around. So
out front is Reynolds. Now over to Womack. Trying to get free from Rogers. Forces away in the paint. Turnaround jumper is no good. Ball tapped around. I tell you, the Tigers are good rebounders, too. Mustangs don't usually get out-rebounded on the offensive end, but so far the Tigers are doing a good job getting second chance points, or opportunities, I should say.
Yeah, they had a pretty good opportunity to get that one. It just seemed like it kept kicking and fumbling and never could pick it up, and it went out of bounds. So Mustangs with the ball.
Chance to tie or take the lead here. They led the game early 5-0, and then the Tigers went on an 11-0 run. Nunn underneath the basket. Shot's no good, but he's fouled.
Yeah, I needed to get that one.
Blake will be at the line shooting 2. Foul is on 14, Lane Womack. His first. Third team foul. And Nunn's first free throw is good. First point of the game for Blake. And he'll have one more with a chance to tie it up here. Tie the ball game, 13 all. Played a minute here in the second period.
Yeah, that was really Fort Cobb's best shot at it. I mean, he got an open look underneath and could have made it, but did get fouled, so at least they got a better shot.
Yeah, you would think on a 1-3-1 you'd get some of those points right underneath the basket if you could get the right angle for the pass. They got it worked out well that time. Now the Tigers are going to kind of slow it down again. Chavis tries to drive. Willits on him. Now to Womack with Rogers guarding. He likes to drive it, hands it off to Chavis. Rogers doing a good job staying on him. Hands the ball off to Thompson. Layup good. Thompson got the roll. Kind of an underhand pass. You don't see that very often from Chavis.
Yeah, sneaked it under the defense.
He
didn't
did. Tigers on top, 15-13. Over to Eli in the paint. In the corner to Collins. Quickly out to Rogers. And there's steal by Chavis. Back to Collins. And now Rogers will try a three-pointer. No good. Nunn high for the rebound, and the putback attempt is no good. He tried to do it all in one motion, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. As Blake snuck in there and was able to get the offensive rebound. Foul on Reynolds. And Nunn will have another opportunity to tie the game with 2 free throws here.
14 fouls for Duke, 5 for Fort Cobb.
First free throw rattles out. Blake's a good, steady player. Outstanding catcher on the baseball team. He signed to play baseball, his mother told us earlier today. Going to play college baseball. As is Jackson Willits, who's signed with OU. Left wing 3 on the way, halfway down, popped out. Rebound Tigers, and Nunn's able to intercept the pass. They had Miranda cutting down the middle of the lane, and Nunn broke that up. There's Nunn along the baseline. Quickly on the corner to Willits. Baseline 3 on the way, no good. Rogers with the rebound, a little 6-foot jumper's good. Mustangs back on top, 16-15. That's 4 for Rogers.
Take all the second chance buckets we can get.
I'm telling you, that was a good strong rebound and put back. There's a three-pointer by Reynolds. It's no good. And Nunn hustles over to get the rebound. I tell you, rebounding is hard to do because the Tigers are right on you. Quickly in the corner to Collins. Bounce pass to Nunn. Reverse layup is good. Blake Nunn and timeout Tigers.
30 seconds.
Blake gives the Mustangs a 3-point lead, 18-15. As go ahead, Kim. What do you got there?
Well, I was just going to tell them how Duke got here.
Okay.
Duke hosted a district. They beat Olustee El Dorado 112-31. I bet that was fun to watch.
Yeah.
In the finals of the district, they defeated Tipton 72-44. That went sent them to the regional at Hammond, where they defeated Hammond 70-32. And then in the finals regional, they defeated Sentinel 50-36.
So they've not really had a close game. 14 points is the closest game against Sentinel.
So, they're coming in tonight playing really well. I mean, that's 4 good wins in the playoffs for them.
Got a very athletic bunch. I tell you, they're all quick, and we watched a lot of Fort Cobb games, obviously, and normally they secure the rebounds without much difficulty. I tell you, it's hard to get a rebound with Duke. They really crash the offensive glass. They do a good job.
Yeah, they're kind of
rebounding.
long and lanky and long arms and stuff, and they just look like they're built for rebounding.
Yeah, they're good at it. They're very aggressive on the boards. That's Womack with it. Over to Chavis. Willits doing a good job staying in front of him. And now Reynolds back to Chavis. Trying to shake Jackson. Yep, might have been a travel. Now Womack Tries to pass it underneath the basket, and Trey Rogers with the intercepts the pass. Right wing three by Collins, all alone. Swish. Simeon Collins is his second tray. And it's 21-15 lead for the Mustangs all of a sudden as they've gone on a 6-0 run here. Three-pointer by Womack. It's no good. Jackson with the rebound.
Kind of rushed that one. They didn't really run anything. He just popped the first look he had.
And now Simeon will dribble out near the center line. Lazy pass is going to be intercepted by Chavis. And he'll take it. Oh, he fumbled the ball. And they call him for double dribble. Walking. Well, Mustangs got a big break that time.
Yeah, they did. One of them hit his arm a little bit on the way up and lost control of it, but we'll take it.
Well, you know, that's interesting that that's the one thing Cameron told us before the game. You can't make lazy passes or Chavis will intercept it. And that's exactly what happened right there. Those long bounce passes are not going to work against him. Rogers through the lane to Collins. Baseline three on the way. Good. Simeon Collins. That's 2 in a row for him. And it's 9-point ball game all of a sudden. 24-15. There's Womack three-pointer. It's no good. Willits with the rebound. Tigers taking some quick shots here all of a sudden. There's Collins. Dribbles around the defender. A little floater, but they're going to call him for walking before he could get the shot off.
Before he could come back down. You know, he walked in the air that time, looked like.
Ian Taylor's going to come in replacing Collins with 2:52 to play in the half. Collins has drained 3 long three-pointers, and that's the difference in the ball game right now. Chavis crosses the timeline. There's Hunter Miranda. Bounce pass along the baseline. Tipped away. Good play by Eli Willits. And Ian Taylor comes into the front court with it. Hands it off to the point guard, Rogers. Over to Eli. Steps into a three-pointer. No good. Halfway down. Popped out. Womack with the rebound. Good-looking shot there by Eli. And there's a near steal, and it goes off the hands. Eli Willits with those quick hands, and it goes off Womack and out of bounds. Turnover to the Mustangs. And we've got another timeout, Tigers. 2:20 to play in the half. Mustangs have kind of seized the momentum here for a while, Kim.
Yeah, they did. They're, let's see, they're on a 13-2 run right here in this quarter. They were down 2 points after one.
Yeah, there's, what, two minutes and something seconds to go, and Tigers have scored 2 points this quarter.
Yeah, they've not run the offense like they did the first quarter. They've gone down and, you know, a lot of times just put up the one pass and a shot.
Right.
And the first quarter, they seemed like they ran it and a lot of motion offense and got some easy ones. Don, we should have worn our Masters cap and we could walk around on the floor like that.
I saw him up here a while ago. I said, nice hat. He said, thank you.
Yeah, that must be a floor pass.
You know, that's right. We should have wore ours.
Yeah, next time.
I only wear that in April, though, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Those are hard to come by, those Masters hats.
They are. I didn't realize how hard they were, you know.
Mustangs with the basketball. 2:19 to play in the half. Oh, a pass was hit Reggie. Oh, my goodness. There's Chavis. Layup is no good. Tip-up's no good. And over his back.
Yeah.
Went over twice. Had good box-out position there, and he just kept going over us. But that was the craziest thing you ever saw. Cray passed the ball. I'm not sure if he was passing to Jackson or to Taylor, but it hit Jackson on the foot.
Well, they got
rolled away.
There.
Hell, they did. They missed the layup and then missed the putback and got a foul. So, yeah, that worked out okay, I guess. Now Eli dumps it down low to Nunn. Dribbles along the baseline, quickly out to Rogers. He'll try a long three-pointer. It's no good. And Womack with a good strong board off to Hunter Miranda now, quickly the other way. Been kind of a game of runs. Duke had one to start with, and now Fort Cobb's in the midst of one. That's kind of what they did to start the game right there. They kind of got away from that. In the first minutes of the game, Duke was really driving it to the hoop, and the last several minutes they've been content to shoot jump shots. And
yeah, Ian Taylor picks up his second foul. That's a 16 foul, so Duke will be shooting on the next foul.
I think the Tigers, there's Chavis on the drive again. Shot over Willits, no good. Battle for the rebound. Womack gets it, poked away. It's out of bounds off of Fort Cobb. I think the Tigers, they can cause you some really fits if they start driving to the basket, it appears to me. Quickly into Morgan Reynolds. His three-pointer won't go. Rogers quickly ahead to Eli Willits. Long pass.
A lot of
Couldn't
contact
control
there.
it. And I believe it's going to go out of bounds off the Tigers. I think it would have been their ball if he hadn't tried to save it. But the Mustangs will throw the ball down the floor if they see somebody open.
You like to get all those break advantages you can get.
Well, Eli's so fast, he can get down the floor in a hurry. There he has it. Left wing three, no good. Rebound, Womack. I tell you, Womack's a good rebounder. Off to Thompson. Quickly over to Womack. Taylor out on him. Bounce pass is intercepted by Willits. Here he comes on a run out. Left-handed layups, no good. Good defense by Womack. And it's out of bounds off Fort Cobb. Coach Hines is thinking that the ball was blocked, but he said no, it wasn't. So it'll go over to the Tigers. A couple of opportunities Fort Cobb's missed. I guess Duke's missed a couple too. So Kim, I guess we're even in that regard. But I thought Eli would probably lay that one in for two.
Yeah, I thought he would too.
Three-pointer good by Morgan Reynolds. First basket in a while for the Tigers. Under a minute to play. Fort Cobb on top by 6. Probably content to play for the last one now. Rogers dribbling out front, getting 5 count perhaps here. He finally breaks away from him. Now Eli dribbling out front. Lost the ball, picked it up over to Taylor.
Yeah, you don't want to do the crossover in front of these guys. Their hands are pretty quick.
They're really good at that. Taylor in the corner, quickly out to Eli around the perimeter with 12 seconds. Eli with it, dribbles in the pass it in the corner to Jackson, over to Rogers, baseline three on the way, good! Trey Rogers at the buzzer, a long three-pointer. That'll give you a little spring in your step as you go off to the locker room, as the Mustangs have stretched the lead back out to 9, 27-18, reversing that 5-point deficit or 2-point deficit they had at the end of the first period. So outstanding first half, Kim. Mustangs lead it by 9.
Yeah, it was a good half. I mean, it's kind of Fort Cobb got out to that 5-0 run, and then I think Duke went on the next 9, and then it was 13-11 after one quarter in favor of Duke, and Fort Cobb had a 16-5 quarter there. So, you know, it's been back and forth a lot, and hopefully it'll kind of spread out from what it is now.
Yeah.
Let's look at the numbers first half. For Fort Cobb Broxton, Jackson Willits has 4 points. Cray Rogers with 7. Simeon Collins, three-pointers for 9 points. Eli Willits has 2, and Blake Nunn has 5. Fort Cobb shooting 40% for the half, 10 out of 25. 6 out of 10 two-pointers, 4 out of 15 three-pointers, and 3 out of 4 free throws. They have 6 fouls. Ian Taylor has 2. For Duke, Jordan Chavis has 9 points. Brock Thompson with 2. Morgan Reynolds with 5. Caleb Ames with 2. They're shooting 35% from the floor, 7 out of 20. Two-pointers are 6 of 11. Three-pointers 1 for 9. And 3 out of 3 free throws. They have 5 team fouls. Womack and Chavis have 2 each. Don, during the girls' game, we did a trivia question and actually had somebody get it. So we're going to try another one for this one.
All right.
We'll tell you the answer at the end of the third quarter. But in career scoring in boys basketball for career, what player from Caddo County is the highest on the list from any of the Caddo County players? Now this is career scoring I mean, it goes back years
forever,
and years,
yeah.
but But who's highest on the list that played in Caddo County? So,
well, I think I already gave you the answer earlier, so I'm not going to say it right now.
Okay.
But I would like. There are other Caddo County players
there are
high on the list. I think,
there are
right?
6 on the list, 75 and above. So
okay.
I mean 75 and below. 1 through 75. There's 6 players,
6 players
from
Caddo County in all-time scoring.
Yeah.
Well, boy, that goes back a long ways, so it's going to be hard for me to make a very good guess, but is there anybody in the last 10 years on it from Caddo County?
Yes.
I'm going to say perhaps is Garrett Steinmetz on that list?
No, he's not.
He's not. Okay. Oh boy. How about Cameron Hines?
Cameron is number 65.
65. What about his brother?
2,251 points.
All right. What about his brother Kellen?
He's number 64 with 15 points
15
more than
points
Cameron
more than
had,
Cameron. Well, that's pretty interesting. Boy, that's kind of a stumper. I can give some people a hint on the all-time leader. He hails from Binger, Oklahoma, doesn't he? I believe.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that'll be a good hint for somebody. But I don't know who's the other Caddo County leaders.
Well, there's more brothers on the list.
More brothers. Okay. What town were they from? That might help me.
I would assume it would. How about if I say Gracemont?
Oh, okay, the Edlin brothers.
Well,
I guess
yeah,
Jimmy, Jimmy, and who, Joe ahead or Jimmy? Which one?
Jimmy's number 63. And
Uh-huh.
what's odd is Jimmy's number 63. Kellen Hines is 64. Cameron Hines is 65. Joey's 75 with 2,170 points.
Yeah.
So you've got 4 of the 6.
Okay, well, I got number 1. I know that's 5, so I just need one more player, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What decade did he play in?
And you halfway got him.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
What decade are we talking about?
We're talking about the teens.
Gavin Steinmetz? Or
No.
Graydon?
There you go.
Graydon, okay, yeah, Graydon. Graydon Steinmetz. He was on the team with Kellen and Cameron. That's
Yeah.
quite a high-scoring team, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Why do you think they won 4 straight titles in a row? Huh?
I have no idea. But there's over 6,500 points with those 3 guys. Yeah, Graydon's number 74. So
Wow.
you got 63, 64, 65, 74, and 75.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah, we think, we compliment Coach Hines on how great a coach he is, and there's no debating that. He certainly is. But when you got 3 of the top 75 scorers all time in Oklahoma, you ought to win some games on the same team.
Well, yeah, but those guys, they all played 4 years. I mean, 4-year starters, and they all had good careers, and they all got a lot of games.
Played a lot of
in the
games.
playoffs.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
What hurt them? Okay, they're calling a tag number. But what hurt them is they kept winning playoff games, so they didn't get in the losers bracket. I mean, they could have added 3 or 4 games each year if they got in the losers bracket.
That's true.
But they stayed on the winner's side and got cheated out of that.
That's exactly right.
I don't think they'd want to do it over.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so.
I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and give you the number
Yeah, go ahead.
1 on the list, and his name is Kirk Wilson from
Yeah.
Binger. He graduated in 1981, but he's number 53 on the list with 2,367 points.
He's quite the scorer, wasn't he?
He did. I think he scored like 43, 45 in a state tournament game, and 40 something.
Go ahead and give us the top 3 in the state, so people might wonder. I know you have that probably, or maybe not. I caught you off guard.
Yeah, I'll get it here in just
All
a
right.
minute.
In the meantime, I'm going to give a shout out to my brother-in-law, Vaughn Linders. He's hopefully listening down in his home in Carrollton, Texas, or Garland, Texas. I'm sorry, but my wife, Debbie, is from Duke, Oklahoma, and so she has some family members, a brother and sister sitting across the way. A lot of her friends and relatives are here. I know, maybe some of them listening, but hopefully Vaughn's back home in Garland listening, and if you are Vaughn's, hope you're having a good day. Thanks for listening.
Okay, we got it here.
Okay.
Rodney Clark from Verdigris, graduated in 08, is number 1 with 3,758 points. Keaton Page from Pawnee is 2nd. Ty Harmon from Maud is 3rd. Kalina Azabuke from Victory Christian, I do too, is 4th on the list. And Stephen Clark from Douglas is 5th. So, some people years ago might know Kenneth Johnson from Granfield. He actually played, I think, either a regional or an area at Fort Cobb Gymnasium senior year. He's 8th on the list with 3,191. Big Bryant Reeves from Gans played at OSU, is 9th on the list. Max Lauderdale from El Dorado, 1971, he's 12th on the list. Trey Young from Norman North is tied with him at number 12 on the list. So Ryan Miner from Hammond that played at OU. He's 15th. A lot of names you recognize here. Riley Island from Calumet. I mean, he just graduated in 2018. He's number 20. So, a lot of points. They there's not as many recently as been several years ago, but a lot of the names through the years you remember hearing, and some never heard of, but that they still scored a lot of points. So,
all right, Kim, thank you. That's interesting. I'm glad you brought that to us. It'll be Fort Cobb's ball to start the second half. See what kind of adjustments both teams made. Mustangs on the floor have Rogers, Collins, Nunn, Jackson, Willits, and Eli Willits. And it looks like Duke as their original starting five. So Mustangs with a 9-point lead and the basketball to start the third period. Looks like they're trying to get Rogers free in that paint area. He catches it, poked behind from Chavis. I tell you, that man can create turnovers. Here he comes the other way. You cannot be lazy with the ball when he's around, because he'll pick your pocket or intercept the pass, one of the two.
Yeah, it kind of sneaked up behind Cray then and took it away from him.
In the corner, Brock Thompson, three-pointer good. Boy, he left him all alone. He had enough time to bounce it.
Nobody's going to guard me. I'll shoot it.
27-21. Another net lazy pass, almost intercepted. Wheelie dribbles through the traffic, and he's going to be fouled by Womack, I believe.
His third.
I tell you what, they'd hate to lose him. He's an outstanding rebounder. And Eli will be at the line shooting two for the Mustangs. He's got 2 points so far. First trip to the line. Free throw's good. Eli's an outstanding young freshman for the Mustangs. Another outstanding baseball player. These guys are all good baseball players.
Just don't want to play baseball yet.
No, they kind of want to put it off another week.
It's a pretty good score, and the five guys on the floor have 4, 7, 9, 4, and 5 points, so they spread it out good.
Good balance, that's for sure. 8-point lead for Fort Cobb. There's a back cut, and a shot is good by Morgan Reynolds. Easy basket for the Tigers, and it's a 6-point lead, 29-23 for Fort Cobb Broxton. In the corner they go to Collins quickly. Three-pointer on the way is good. That's 4 trays for Simeon. They left him wide open. He missed 2 or 3 there in a row, but he's made 3 in a row now, and it's back to a 9-point lead. There's Thompson. They come out on him this time. Now over to Hunter Miranda. Now Chavis thought about it. Now he'll shoot the 3 off the heel of the basket, and Nunn gets a good box out. Hands it off to Rogers. Quickly into the front court, over to Eli. Three-pointer on the way, good. Eli Willits. That's 2 trays in a row for the Mustangs, and they have their largest lead at 12, 35-23. 6:02 to play in the third.
If you made 3-pointers, solves a lot of ills.
I'm telling you. Yep, that's exactly right. Good screen. That time they get the ball over to Reynolds, and there's going to be a foul on Eli.
Put both hands on him, and they just
don't allow that.
That's almost an automatic.
The Tigers will inbound it on the baseline with 5:48 to play. Third period, Chavis has it. I think the Tigers do a lot better when he tries to drive to the goal. He hasn't done that in a while. There's Womack, tough jumper, Nunn with the rebound. Behind the back dribble into the front court. You don't see a big man who can do that all the time. There's a lob pass in the corner to Rogers. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Caught the side iron, and
he was kind of falling back when he shot that. Wasn't quite balanced.
Yep. There's a three-pointer quickly the other way, no good. Rogers with the rebound.
That was a long one. He was probably 8 feet outside the circle.
Yeah, he
forced that one.
Nearly out of bounds.
Must have had a feeling.
And now Rogers dribbles across the timeline, gets a screen over to Eli. Catch fire shot, good. Eli Willis.
Full
Timeout
timeout.
Tigers. 15-point lead for the Mustangs. If they come out red hot here, Kim, in the third period.
Yeah,
Hit
that's
a couple, 3 trays, I think, so far in the period.
it's 11-5 run here in the third quarter.
You got some shooting numbers there right quick to updated?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Fort Cobb's now 7 of 19 on three-pointers, shooting 45% for the game, 13 out of 29. They've shot 10 two-pointers and 19 three-pointers. So
That's normally their game.
yeah.
And what'd you say their percentage was on three-pointers?
7 out of 19.
7 out of 19.
37%.
Okay.
Yeah. Shooting 60% on two-pointers.
Well, that's counting. They probably missed 5 in a row there in the first period, didn't they? They've warmed up
Yeah,
considerably.
they were one for something, seems like.
Yeah,
And
1 out of 7, I think.
Duke's 2 for 12 three-pointers. So
I tell you, it's. I forgot what I was going to say, but I know what I was going to say. Eli, a confident stroke.
Yeah.
Catches the ball over on the wing, and there's no hesitation. I mean, it wasn't like he was wide open. It's just like, I'm going to
can
catch
make
this and
this.
shoot it. Yeah, that's the way you got to shoot it. You can't stand around and think about it. They'll be on you. So.
And he's been right the last 2 times. He's made 2
Absolutely.
big ones. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 10 points so far off the bench for the Mustangs. And Simeon Collins leads scorers for the Mustangs with 12.
The defense has stepped up this quarter, too. That Duke's not had any easy things. They've made a couple of long ones, but they've kind of settled into a routine now, I think, and they seem pretty comfortable.
Yep. Pretty high-scoring quarter already for the Mustangs. They're playing good defense and boxing out. The Tigers haven't got any offensive rebounds this half that I recall.
No, none's got a lot of rebounds, so they're getting one and done.
Out front they go now. Chevis, left wing with Willits on him. Gets a screen, floats across the top. Womack, long three-pointer. That's a tough shot. Ball batted out. Willits has it. Bounce pass to Rogers. Tough catch. Right side to Collins. Right wing 3 on the way. Count it. Simeon Collins. Another one of those confident strokes right there.
Hotter than fish grease right now.
18-point lead for the Mustangs as Collins caught that one and immediately
He does a great
released it.
job of being in a shooting position when he catches it.
Absolutely. I tell you, there's Chavis. His left wing 3's good. Jordan Chavis, first basket for him in a while.
Yeah, guys, I'm still here. So
Yeah, I'm thinking if I were the Tigers, I'd want him to be a little more assertive on the offensive end because he's a talented young scorer. Willits, baseline 3 on the way. Good. Jackson Willits. It's raining threes in Cache, Oklahoma tonight. 44-26 now. 3.5 to play in the third. And now Womack holding. Cross court over to Chavis. Jab step. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rogers with the rebound.
you'd
Once
think
again.
maybe that would break open something inside for Blake, maybe.
Eli, right wing 3,
Nope.
this time no good, off the front iron. Of course, when you're hitting threes, Kim, who wants to look under the
Well,
goal
I
for a
know,
2?
but I thought if they adjusted their defense a little bit to come out.
It'll probably happen after they cool off a little.
Yeah.
Top of the key, Thompson, right side of the lane, shot good, right? Beautiful drive. Got 3 along the right side and laid it in. 44-28 now. 2:51 to play third period.
It's the first easy basket they've had in a long time.
Rogers, the other way, layup, no good, too hard off the backboard.
It's a good drive. He just got a little too much bounce off the backboard.
There's Chavis dribbling the other end. Hands off to Womack. Now Chavis. Hands it off to Reynolds. Mustangs done a pretty good job keeping them out on the perimeter with a hand in the face. There's Womack's three-pointer. Good. Lane Womack with his first basket, believe it or not. He's played awfully well, and he drains the three-pointer. And we got a timeout taken by the Mustangs as the lead has gone from 18 to 13 on 2 straight baskets by the Tigers. Give us an opportunity to thank our sponsors once again, the Ouachita Valley Bank in Fort Cobb, Oklahoma. Proud supporters of the Mustangs for a long, long time. T-Bird's Convenience Store, operated by Mr. Travis Birchie. They do a great job supplying all your convenience store needs. The Southwest Oklahoma Driving School, operated by Mr. Kent Sexton out of the various offices in Caddo County, and the Carnegie Fiber for all your high-speed internet needs. Give them a call over at Carnegie.
You know, Don, I was looking at coaching victories through the years, and I looked at number 5 on the list, and it says an A.D. Birchie from
There you go,
City.
Putnam City. He lived in Chickasha and
Yeah.
sadly passed away a few years ago, but his son Travis runs a store there in Fort Cobb and does a great job.
That's quite a career, a lot of wins.
Yes, sir.
There, but yeah, we do appreciate our sponsors. We couldn't do this without them, and they've been good sponsors for a long time.
Yes, they have. Coach Hines took the timeout as looked like the momentum had all gone to Fort Cobb. They had an 18-point lead, and the Tigers, with a great answer, they scored 5 straight. And Coach Hines takes the timeout. That's his first of the game. He got 4 left. Duke has 2 remaining. And it'll be Fort Cobb's ball with pressure in the backcourt by the Tigers. And looks like are they going to go to a man-to-man here?
They are right now.
That's quite a change for them. Got to change something up, I guess. And now Willits dribbles around the corner. Layup's no good, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Fort Cobb usually operates pretty good against a man-to-man team.
Well, they have good ball handlers, and Trey Rogers, I think, is more effective that way.
Of course, it's probably a pretty good idea from Coach Gable. You know, if they're shooting so well from that zone, you probably need to change things up a little bit.
Yeah, Morgan Reynolds picked up his second foul.
First trip to the line for Jackson, and he rattles the first one in.
That's 8 for Jackson.
14-point lead, 45-31 with 1:58 to play the third period. Winner of this game goes to the state tournament. Jackson makes both of them. Back to a 15-point lead. Chevis going against Jackson. Three-pointer on the way is short. Barely grazed the iron, but Chevis comes in there for the offensive rebound. Quickly over to Thompson. Three-pointer won't go. Nunn with the rebound. Long pass up ahead to Collins. Catches it along the sideline. Bounce pass to Nunn. Down the middle of the lane. Quickly out to Eli. Goes around a defender. Bounce pass under Nunn. Right under the goal. Tough luck there. Hit the bottom of the rim. Here comes Chevis on a breakaway. Eli tracks him down. Layup good. Jordan Chevis, outstanding score for the Tigers. That's 14 for him.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Hines was happy with that possession.
No. Chevis poked it away from Rogers. Here come the Tigers. Ball knocked away by Collins. Chevis picks it up. Shot is no good. Rebound Tigers. Outlet pass. Three-pointer straight away by Womack is no good. And Nunn gets the reward, and he's going to be fouled by Hunter Miranda. Hunter's pleading his case, but 54 seconds to play. That's the third team foul on Duke here in the third, or in the second half.
Ian Taylor's in the game for Eli Willits.
Full court pressure in the back court. Well, Chevis, he can really play defense. You got to be really careful. As good a ball handler as Rogers is, it's hard to get it away from Chevis. There's Collins. They come out on him quickly. Over to Nunn. A lot more pressure on the ball now. Underneath the Nunn, that's what you're calling for right there, Kim, as there's Nunn broke away for the easy 2.
You think they might want to hold it for last shot, but not when you get a layup.
There's a spin move. Going to be foul. That's Miranda will be at the line shooting 2.
Yeah. Blake kind of gave up on defense on that one and picked up a foul.
Blake picked up a foul in the first minute of the game, and that's the second one right there with 26 seconds to play here in the third. And Miranda makes his first point of the game. And the lead is 14.
If it stays the same, Duke would get possession at the start of the fourth quarter.
Second one rattled out. Chevis almost got it. If he's in the vicinity, he's going to get a hand on it. Rogers walks it into the front court. I would assume that the Mustangs would like to take the last shot here, most likely, and carry at least a 14-point lead in the fourth period. Down to 6 seconds. Crossover dribble. Rogers hesitation. Step back in the corner to Willits. Shot is blocked, and that will do it. After 3 quarters of play, the Mustangs lead it 48-34 as they had a 19 to 16 lead quarter that time, I believe. Is that right?
That was a 21-16.
21-16 quarter, okay. All right, Kim, you got some shooting numbers for us?
Okay, Fort Cobb still hanging on at 46%, 16 out of 35. Duke shooting 37%, 13 out of 35. So both teams have put up 35 shots. Duke's made 13, Fort Cobb's made 16. Duke's made 4 out of 19 three-pointers, Fort Cobb 9 out of 22.
Repeat that again. What'd you say now? On the 3
The
points?
whole thing?
No, just the 3-pointers. No, sorry.
3-pointers, 4 out of 19 for Duke.
For Duke.
21%, 9 out of 22 for Fort Cobb.
Okay. That's pretty much the difference in the game right there. Those
Yeah, it is.
3-point
That's
shots.
15 points there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, it will be Duke's basketball. Start the fourth period of play. You know, one thing about these Tigers, I would imagine it would be hard to run a delay on them because of they pressure the ball so well. You're going to have to take really good care of the ball. I don't think you want to get into a situation where you're just trying to milk the clock away because they can really attack you.
Yeah, Duke has 3 team fouls. Fort Cobb has 2.
Javis dribbling at the top of the key over to Miranda, now to Thompson. Lob pass underneath the Womack, and they're going to say Rogers fouled him. He didn't think he did. I thought the pass was just off target, what I thought. But anyway, foul is on Rogers. That's his first. And
yeah, that's a bad foul because it wasn't affecting the play. I mean, it wasn't like he shouldn't have done that, but it's just unfortunate because the pass was going out of bounds.
Yeah, he wouldn't have even caught it. There's Javis, 3-pointer, off the heel of the basket. Rogers with the rebound. Over to Collins, in the corner to Nunn. And now Collins looks at the goal, but he's way out there. Tigers back in that man-to-man defense. And the Mustangs can be content to be real patient here if they choose to. Just get somewhere, somebody real open. There's one left wing 3 by Collins. That's short, but Nunn got the rebound. In the corner to Willits. He'll try the 3-pointer. No good. And the Tigers with a rebound. And he stepped out of bounds. Boy, that's tough luck there as he had the rebound secured and lost his balance and stepped on the baseline. So it's turned over to Fort Cobb. We played 1 minute here in the fourth period.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Miss 2 shots and get the ball back. So
they lob it into Eli. Under heavy pressure. Spin move, layup is good. What a beautiful move by Eli Willits.
Yeah, great one-on-one move. We were talking about that. I don't think anybody plays one-on-one, but he figured out that one.
I'm telling you, he put him in the spin cycle there, didn't he? 16-point lead now for Fort Cobb. Pass along the baseline to Chavis. Blocked by Nunn. Beautiful block by Blake Nunn. Now Rogers. Quickly the other way. Right wing jumper's good. Ray Rogers. And it's an 18-point lead, 52-34. And now the Tigers. DeChavis straight away. He'll try a 3-pointer. No good. And Rogers quickly with a rebound. Long baseball pass up ahead to Jackson. Along the baseline over to Collins now. Now back across. You don't see a lot of cross-court passes. Now Rogers, 3-pointer. Good. Trey Rogers. Timeout Tigers. As the Mustang faithful stand up and applaud, and rightly so. That was quite a little spurt there, Kim. Start the fourth period.
Yeah, 2 2-pointers and a 3-pointer for a little 7-0 run. Takes a 14-point lead up into a 21-point lead. So I'd say Duke's going to have a hard time getting to 55 points, and that's if Fort Cobb doesn't score again.
Yeah, that was an impressive spurt right there. They go from a 14-point lead to start the period to go start off with a 7-0 run to make it 55-34. But Coach Hines told us before the game, we're talking to him, you're always nervous as a coach, and he said, well, hopefully we can shoot the ball better than we have been, and so far it appears they have been.
Yeah, shooting 47.5%, that's that's okay shooting. You're up, your three-pointers, you're up to 40%. They had a little lower percentage first half, but they've made several now, 10 out of 25. So 10 three-pointers is a pretty good way to put yourself in the ball game.
When you calculate three-point shots, 40% three-point shooting is about like 60% two-point shooting, probably, or maybe more. I don't know what it actually comes out to, but that's a good percentage, certainly.
Well, if you shoot 50% on two-pointers and you shoot 33% on three-pointers,
get the same number, huh? Yeah. It'll be the Tigers basketball with 5:55 to play in the contest. And the Mustangs lead it 55-34, biggest lead of the contest. And Chevis will walk it into the front court. Right side they go to Morgan Reynolds, drops it off to Miranda, now back to Chevis. There's Womack off the curl, top of the key, high off the rim, no good. It bounds off the clock, it looked like, and over to Blake Nunn. Blake's always in the right spot. Good steady player for the Mustangs. Over to Eli. To Rogers, all alone, right wing three, good. Trey Rogers. That's 3 trays for Trey tonight. And that's 15 points for him. 5:09 to play in the contest. Out front, Chavis. Over to Miranda, left wing three. It's good. Hit the heel of the basket. Soft touch, I'd say, wouldn't you?
Well, it hit right as it joins. It was just a thud when it landed and then rolled over in the basket. So it's still 3 points.
Yeah. Rogers to Willits. Over to Eli. 15-foot elbow jumper. No good this time. And Womack with a good board over Nunn. Quickly up ahead. The Tigers come. Chevis will try a long three-pointer. No good. Hustled in there and got his own rebound, and it hit the clock, I think.
Yeah, it's
right above the backboard.
Good, yeah, it was good hustle to get the rebound, but it kind of threw up a desperation shot and too high and hit the top. So.
That was the quickest. I've never seen a guy go from the three-point arc to underneath the goal any quicker than that, I'll tell you.
Well, that's no confidence, see? If he thought he would have made it, he wouldn't have gone after that. He could tell when he shot it.
He knew it was off, yeah. He is certainly quick. There's Nunn with it. Out to Eli. The Mustangs content to just hang on to the ball here, I think. Let the clock melt away. And they played half of the fourth quarter now. It's 4 minutes to play. Rogers, 15-foot free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound Tigers. Brock Thompson hands it off to Womack. Three-pointer good. Lane Womack with his second tray. And it's 58-40. 3:42 to play. Mustangs trying to punch their ticket to the state tournament for the 11th season in a row. Eli along the baseline over to Jackson. Back to Eli, right wing three, no good. And Nunn fouled Womack trying to get the rebound. Went over the back. That's team foul number 4 on the Mustangs.
Blake's third.
And the Tigers are going to put in some substitutions here. Kind of save their legs for tomorrow, it appears. And for the Tigers, we'll have go ahead.
Yeah, a little surprised at that.
Me too.
3:25 left.
Brody Devon will check in for Simeon Collins, who gets a nice hand. Aiden Lewis, another senior for the Mustangs, checks in for Blake Nunn. In for the Tigers, we've got number 23, Braden Gable, number 35, Sky Goss. Number 3 is Mason Linares. Number 20 is Caleb Ames, and number 13 is Grant Milner. With 3:14 to play in the contest, Brody Devon steals the ball. Quickly up ahead to Rogers, over to Aiden Lewis, bounce it off the glass for 2. Aiden Lewis checks in and immediately gets rewarded with a basket. The Mustangs usually play about 8 players, and 6 of their 8 players are seniors. Eli's a freshman and Cray Rogers is a junior, so senior-laden ball club for the Mustangs, so going to miss a lot of these guys, Kim.
Yeah, that's a lot to replace, but I mean, a lot of careers in there that really contributed a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
basketball program.
Absolutely. And Coach Hines is going to take a timeout, I think, to get some subs in, and he will get in, replace Trey Rogers, Jackson Willits. Eli Willits is going to be replaced. They get a nice ovation. It's going to be replaced by Blaine Davis, number 11, Blaine Bellamy, number 5, and who's the other one? Tanner McAdoo, number 1.
Number 1.
It's Brody Devon handling it out front to McAdoo. Quickly over to Davis. McAdoo in the paint to Devon. Three-pointer straight away. It's short. Davis goes over the back for the rebound, and that'll be a foul on Blaine with 2:15 to play. Quite a performance tonight, Kim, by the Mustangs, I'll have to say. Duke's got a fine ball club, and the Mustangs shot it really well today.
You know, when Duke was ahead 13-11 at the end of the first quarter, you think they're in for a battle tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started making some of the shots, and it just kind of turned for them.
Yeah, Duke didn't shoot it very well. Of course, Mustangs play that pretty good man-to-man defense. They didn't let them drive to the basket. They kept them in front of them and made them take tough shots. Three-pointer no good. Shot blocked by Devon. Tanner McAdoo comes away with it into the front court. 1:37 to play. Over to Davis. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Turnover to the Tigers with 1:31 to play in the contest. Tell you what, you got to tip your cap to Coach Scott Hines, Kim. We'll talk about when the game's over about the number of wins he's got in his career and the state tournament appearances. He's been 10 years in a row to the state tournament. That's just remarkable. And tonight's going to make number 11. That's just astounding.
Yeah, it's one of those things we hope people don't take for granted.
Exactly.
Because they get used to it, because it's a hard it's a hard thing to get there.
Well, since 2000, this will be the 18th time. 18 trips in 23 years to the state tournament. That's, 7 state titles, a couple of runners-up. I don't know what else you can say.
Yeah, we talked the other day. There's only, 4 coaches that have more than 7 state titles. So
yeah, it's a pretty rarefied area.
That's what I was just thinking right there.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think this will be victory 707 for him. So.
Yeah, he's he's in the top 10, number 8 or 7, something like that. Don't really know for sure the number that he is, but he's solidly in the top 10.
Yeah, because some of them are still
playing, coaching. There's Linares, left-handed layup's no good. If they want, basket's good by number 23, Braden Gable, and then more substitutions come in for both ball clubs. Sean Tamplin, number 25 for Duke. Bradley Tamplin also in, number 44. I got him in for Fort Cobb. We've got Caden Baker. Number 12 is Lake Hill. 31 is Maddox Hill. And Peyton Bellamy, along with Aiden Lewis. Maddox Hill will try a three-pointer. It's no good. Hill with a rebound. Outlet to Baker. Left wing three off the glass and in. One of those days. Caden Baker comes off the bench. Banks one in. And there's a shot by Tamplin. It's no good. Rebound Linares. Shot is no good, and that will do it. Your final score, Fort Cobb Broxton 63. The Duke Tigers 42. In an outstanding performance tonight by the Mustangs of Coach Scott Hines, and they have punched their ticket, Kim, for their 11th straight state tournament appearance.
Yeah, it's an amazing record, and you think you do it, and it's going to get harder and harder, and it does. They don't ever come easy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to earn every one of them. Once you get 1 or 2, they don't give you that third one.
Right.
And once you get 10, they don't give you the 11th. And so they fought hard through this playoff season here and got it done again. So congratulations to them. They
definitely rose to the occasion tonight. As Coach Hines mentioned, he felt like they were kind of been in a shooting slump the last few games, and that's generally been the case the last 20-odd years. as we're set for the trophy presentation, there's the area championship trophy presented to the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs. Congratulations to Scott Hines again and all the Mustangs. But they rose to the occasion tonight, shot the ball awfully well, played good defense. You can't underestimate how important that is. The Tigers are a talented team, a lot of firepower, and this man-to-man defense that the Mustangs played, just a basic man-to-man, and kept them in front of them and boxed out, got rebounds, and that was the difference in the game.
Yeah, I think it took away Duke's easy shots. You look back on it and think how many really easy shots they have, and there weren't very many at all.
That's right.
So they put up a lot of three-pointers. Actually, they put up 28 three-pointers. We had 58 three-point attempts in the game. So,
yeah. Well, they kind of shot them out of that zone, and the man-to-man didn't really help much either. But by then, the die had been cast, I think, by then. So once you get confident shooting, you can make them, seem like. Go ahead.
It's a whole lot easier when you think they got a better chance of going in. Duke's not finished. They play tomorrow night. They'll play Sentinel here at 7:30. Sentinel was pretty impressive today in their victory over Big Pasture this afternoon. So
getting the pictures made down on the floor.
Yeah, and I think your wife's enjoying
I hope she's not rubbing it in to her sister and brother.
Her sister from Duke, so let that go ahead.
I hope they're still friends when the game's over.
Blood's thicker than whatever it is.
There you go.
Victories.
That's true.
Just a ball game, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, the thing about winning tonight we talked about is that Fort Cobb will be one of the top. They'll be the #1 seed in the state tournament, being ranked #1 and then coming through on the winner's side. So they will get the lowest ranked team from tomorrow night's games.
Right.
That's always a big advantage too when you get to the state tournament. So they'll have the #1 seed all the way through. So we'll see. Who the pairings will come out. Sunday afternoon?
Probably Sunday. Yeah, they'll know. Everybody will know. It'll be on Facebook, I'm sure, and all the OSA website probably. So look forward to the pairings, and I guess they play Wednesday through Saturday next week. I think
that's a little different. They try to get everybody in for the to get to play in the arena. Of course, it's only got this year and one more. I think the new arena is supposed to be ready in 25, but I don't know if it'll be before or after the state tournament. Be nice to play there again.
Oh, yeah. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, last year I think Fort Cobb and Duke played their opening round game in Washington, so I would assume this year the opening round games for Class B boys would surely be in the state fairgrounds, I would think. They kind of alternate that a little bit. So.
They rotate them around.
You want to give the final numbers here for us?
Let's do that. Let's go down through Fort Cobb Broxton's game. Jackson Willits had 9 points on 3 of 6 shooting, 2 out of 2 2-pointers, 1 of 4 3-pointers, 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. Cray Rogers, 15 points. He was 6 out of 14, 3 of 7 2-pointers, 3 of 7 3-pointers. Simeon Collins with 15. Cut in and out. Simeon Collins with 15 points. He was 5 of 8 shooting, all 3-point attempts. Blaine Bellamy was 0 for 1 on a 2-point attempt. Eli Willits had 12 points on 4 of 13 shooting, 2 out of 5 2-pointers, 2 of 8 3-pointers, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Aiden Lewis with 2 points on 1 of 2 shooting, both 2-point attempts. Blake Nunn had 7 points. He was 2 out of 3 from the field, all 2-point attempts, and 3 of 4 free throws. Brody Devon was 0 for 1 on a 3-pointer. Maddox Hill was 0 for 1 on a 3-pointer. Caden Baker had 3 points on 1 out of 1 3-point attempt. Fort Cobb shot 44% for the game, 22 out of 50. 2-pointers, they were 10 of 20 for 50%. 3-pointers, 12 of 30 for 40%. Free throws, they were 7 out of 8 for 88%. They had 11 total team fouls. Duke scoring, Jordan Chavis had 14 points. He was 5 out of 17. I'm pretty sure that's a little below his normal shooting percentage. 4 of 8 2-pointers, 1 of 9 3-pointers, 3 out of 3 from the free-point line. Brock Thompson had 7 points on 3 of 4 shooting, 2 out of 2 2-pointers, 1 of 2 3-pointers. Morgan Reynolds had 7. He was 3 of 8 shooting, 2 of 2 2-pointers, 1 for 6 3-pointers. Grant Milner was 0 for 1 on a 3-point attempt. Lane Womack had 6 points on 2 of 11 shooting, 0 for 4 on 2s, 2 of 7 on 3-pointers. Hunter Miranda with 4 points. He was 1 out of 1 on a 3-point attempt and 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. Caleb Ames with 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting, all 2-point attempts. Braden Gable had 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting, 1 out of 2 twos, 0 for 1 on 3-pointers. Sky Goss was 0 for 2 on 2 two-point attempts, and Bradley Tamplin was 0 for 1 on a 3-point attempt. Duke shot 31% for the game, 16 out of 51. Duke puts up 51 shots, Fort Cobb puts up 50, and Fort Cobb makes 22, and Duke 16, so 6 more field goals. Duke was 10 out of 23, two-pointers for 44%, 6 out of 28 for 21% on three-pointers, and free throws 4 out of 5. So pretty even on shots and stuff. Three-pointers, Duke was 6 out of 28, Fort Cobb was 12 out of 30.
Yeah.
They got on a little run there in the third quarter and kind of stretched it out a little bit. By quarters, Duke had a 13-11 lead after the first quarter. Fort Cobb Broxton went on a lead at halftime, 27-18. They stretched it out a little bit, 48-34 after 3, and then closed it out with a 63-42 victory. So congratulations to the Mustangs. They'll be at the state tournament next, probably Wednesday, and like I said, the schedule will come out. But congratulations also to Duke. They played a good ball game, and they've still got a chance to get there. Like I said, they play Sentinel tomorrow night at 7:30 here at Cache. So one of those two teams will get to go to the state tournament also. Don, it's been fun. This is our last broadcast. I appreciate you dragging me along, and it's been a good run. We look forward to going to the state tournament.
Absolutely.
We don't get to broadcast any, but it's certainly been an enjoyable experience for me.
Me too, Kim. It's a great feeling that we're able to do this, and the Mustangs have advanced to the state tournament. But it's kind of bittersweet. It's sad.
Yeah.
This will be the last hurrah for us this season. But I appreciate you doing traveling all this way from Edmond, and it's been a great season. We've had a good time being together, and
we thank our sponsors for making it possible.
Absolutely, couldn't do it without them.
Right.
Thanks for everybody for joining us. There wouldn't be any reason to do it if we couldn't come into your households to let you know what's going on. But the Mustangs played like a number one team today. That was what I enjoyed about it. They played well, and tip your hat to them. But the Tigers have got a good chance to come back tomorrow, and look forward to them hoping to advance to next week's state tournament as well. I guess that about wraps it up from Cache, Oklahoma. I'd like to thank we'd like to thank our sponsors, of course, once again. We also like to thank AC Media and Dylan Young for helping us out with the intro videos and such throughout the contest this week, and appreciate those folks. I'd like to thank John Bellamy for the camera work today, and Jared Pettyjohn for his engineering work all week. It's been some difficult situations, but he's got us on the air every time, and we appreciate him working with us. And appreciate everybody that's tuned in. It's been a great week, and we appreciate it very much. I'd like to thank Kim once again for all his great work, and I guess that about wraps it up. So for all the broadcast crew, I'm Don Tyson saying good night, everybody.